Thanks so much for joining me, D-Von. I appreciate the time. I know you were a busy man.
That's okay. Thank you for having me. And
Absolutely, absolutely. I'm so happy that the ECW pack is coming. I feel like it's pretty safe to say that ECW is always appreciated. It's always beloved, but it feels like this year, especially, there's been kind of this new wave of appreciation for it, at least kind of shown in a bigger way from a variety of perspectives. Does it ever get old to see yourself in a video game?
no, not really, because when we were going from WWE and all of these video games are coming out, people would ask me all the time, "Are you in that new WWE video game?" I don't work for them anymore, so that's almost totally. Oh, what company you wait for? Well, I work for this one and that one. Oh, okay. So it was like one of those. So now, we're back with the Legends deal and all of that. It feels great to be back in the video game. The only thing is, like I keep telling people, regardless if I take myself on a video game and use my character to wrestle somebody else on the game, I always get my butt handed to me. I need to stop getting beat, because if that's the case, I'm going to lose the stigma of the Dudleys being a great tag, because I can't never win a match in this video game. I get pinned like in 30. Crazy.
Hey, you know what? I mean, here's the thing. At some point, it'll come around. You'll get the hang of it. All of a sudden, it'll be like, oh, hell, at the 2K titles. Add it to one of your 90 other uh
I'm,
accomplishments.
I'm glad you feel that way, because I don't. No matter how many times I play, I still get beat.
Well, and it's interesting too because, these games are also such an interesting kind of capture of a moment in time, right? Because, you've been in video games before, many times, and it's got to be surreal seeing like so many different iterations of yourself, especially as like graphics keep becoming more and more realistic. How did you feel about this latest one, and what is that kind of like?
It feels great. It's the new ECW Punk act. It has along myself. It features myself, Bubba Ray Dudley, CM Punk, Sandman, Terry Funk, and the manager card for Paul Heyman. It's evolved so much over the years in terms of how the graphics are and how they look. And I was just talking to my wife the other day. I showed her a little something on the video game now. And I told her, she goes, I don't know what's real. I don't know what's real or video game. Either we're watching Monday Night Raw and it's not Monday, or we're watching the video game. It looks that good. So, kudos to the people that made the video game for, and she's not the first person I've heard that from. A lot of people say the graphics are so good on this game that it makes it look like you're really at the arenas, or you're really watching a live event on TV, which is great. Kudos to WWE and the people with the game that did this. It's phenomenal. Love it.
Yeah, it's there's so much attention to detail, especially in the entrances. It's really interesting to see how far things have come. I know NXT recently, was probably, I think it was last year or earlier this year, did like a No Mercy like inspired intro, and like just seeing some of those graphics compared to now, it's just incredible.
It really is incredible. I mean, again, I'm excited for next Wednesday, May 15th, for it to come out. And the ECW Pump Pack. I mean, again, it's gonna be a great thing. It really is. I'm excited.
Well, and that's a perfect segue, because like right now, as we kind of talked about before, like ECW really feels like it's just kind of having this resurgence of appreciation and admiration, everything from the Hall of Fame and Paul Heyman to you guys, making a great appearance on the WWE draft and being a part of that. And there's so much like kind of love for the Dudleys as well as, that era, and having you guys as a part of this, especially, look, I mean, it's awesome to have Punk in there. It's Sandman, Terry Funk. It's such a great group. For you, because you recently had the chance to jump in to the WWE draft and be a part of that. My GM mode is one of my favorite modes. I love actually going through that process, drafting my own show, trying to make a killer SmackDown. I'll admit my bias there. But if you were going to draft the first 5 picks of your show, who are you going with? Who is it?
I'm friends with a lot of these guys, and
I know.
See, you're like that media guy that just wants to antagonize, really, really go after people. Oh, stir the pot, so to speak. Gunther would definitely be one that I would bring in. I love his style, love the way he works. Of course, Roman Reigns, bringing him in, the bloodline. I'm going to say Solo Sikoa and the Usos, definitely in. The impact that they've made within the last year and a half to 2 years has been phenomenal. And I couldn't express my love for the Usos enough, not only with them using 3D, but making it 1D. And for people to say, man, that's a great move, and then see old videos of us and they go, the Dudley stole the 1D from the Usos. I'm like, you moron. I'm like, listen, how can we invented number one? And if you look at the time frame of the date of the video that you're watching of the Dudley boys, who came first? But the great thing about it is that the Usos asked us for permission, and they really didn't have to, but they did out of respect. And I thought that was really great, and I felt honored that they did that. And I told them, I said, you guys don't have to ask us. I was like, you guys are current, you're hot. I was like, you do what you feel is best, and it would be our honor if you would use that move, because them doing it is paying homage to us, which is bringing us back to the forefront. And, with ECW coming back into mainstream again, thank God for WrestleMania being in Philadelphia this year, because that gave the resurgence of everything that we did in ECW. And again, you're talking about something that happened 40 years ago. But yet and still, with this new generation of fans, we are still getting over with the new generation of fans. And it's really making a big hayway with fans all together. So I'm very happy about that. I'm very honored and privileged to be back in the forefront, or the spotlight, so to speak, again. Bubba and I are very grateful, and there's more to come with us. So here we go.
Yeah, it's an amazing thing. And also, I think what, always helps too is that, things like 2K showcase mode, where we get to see these iconic matches played out in the video game, are always kind of these revisiting history and these iconic moments. And obviously, Dudleys have more than a few for that list. I know the WrestleMania showcase, obviously we're going to get, I would hope anyway, looking forward, a 50 year, 40, we're going along the lines there. If you could see one of your matches recreated in that format, what's the match you're picking?
An ECW. Wow. It could be the match that we had with the Eliminators at the first pay-per-view, Barely Legal, because it was very exciting to us, even though we didn't come out on top. But it was my first pay-per-view, being under that type of pressure, and then just being able to perform the way I should, that felt good to me. So I would love to have that recreated. The night that Bubba and I broke Beulah McGillicuddy's neck, which was Tommy Dreamer's girlfriend, in storyline-wise back then in New Orleans, that was such a hot time for us. And we really, really, I think that was one of the things that helped put the Dudley boys on the map with women, because no one had ever seen anybody abuse a woman like we did with Beulah, and then make fun of it and mock her afterwards, which got Tommy Dreamer mad to the point where everywhere we went around the circuit, he would follow us and want to fight us. So, that was a great time. But there's so many matches. Balls Mahoney, Spike Dudley, Axel Rodden and Balls Mahoney, Masato Tanaka and Balls Mahoney, matches that we had at the ECW arena, some of the matches that people have never seen on the live events that we did. I mean, there's so many matches that could be recreated and all of that I would love to see again. But, again, we have those memories. We have the videos, the YouTube. And if they want to recreate them on there, by all means, please do. Make me a very happy man. I will testify.
Well, I know I got to let you go here in a minute. It's been awesome to see you guys be in the mix from Raw and SmackDown and part of the draft. And obviously Heyman made such a kind of a big statement at the Hall of Fame about this new era, this new Triple H era. You have a unique angle because you've seen the business from every angle. What is being a part of this kind of new era in WWE something you would want to do, and really what would you want to do within it? Because you've done, you kind of done everything.
Well, first and foremost, I would love to be producing back with the WWE in terms of with this new generation and this new era. I'm very excited about what I'm seeing right now. Being back in Cincinnati at SmackDown, being back on Monday Night Raw, I believe it was Kansas City, I saw a different locker room. I saw a different feeling, or I should say I felt a different feeling. People were not on edge. People were enjoying themselves. They were having fun going to work. And one of the things I said in an interview before, I said, it was told to them that, it's a new era. We're going to start new. We're going to get rid of the old era, not disrespecting the old era, but we're not going to go that route anymore. If you have an idea and if it doesn't work, you don't have to worry about getting fired. You don't have to worry about your job being on the line because everybody messes up. You mess up, you go back to the drawing board, you produce again. You keep going until you get it right. That's what it should have been before, but that's the way it is now with Paul Levesque taking over. Paul Levesque, aka Triple H. Very happy to see that and to see what he has turned the WWE into now. Phenomenal, and I can't praise him enough for everything that he's done. Listen, ratings are up. Merchandise is being sold out. I mean, just through the roof. NXT is just flourishing. And like I said, talent is just very happy. With all those elements, how can you lose?
Absolutely. And I hope to see you doing that soon because I would love to see, what you do with that, new crop of talent. Like you said, NXT is just popping. There's so much happening and we got all this injection of new talent on Raw and SmackDown. So many new elements are in the mix too. I can't wait. I'm just going to put it out there. I can't wait to see you doing that again. But, all the best success on everything that's coming. And I can't wait to jump into and play some Dudleys next week on 2K24. Thank you so much for the time.
Thank you. Let me just say this. If you find a way to win with my character, please let me know so I can win my damn self. I'm just tired of
I'll tag you. It is my mission.
So after May 15th, when the ECW Punk Pack comes out, I'm expecting you to get it, play it, and let me know.
I got a mission, man. I will make it happen, man. Thank you so much.
Testify. Thank you, my brother.